could tell how much it bothered him and annoyed him that this was being touted and used against.
Preparing for this, some of your debates against Barack Obama, you treated him with terrible disrespect. And I watched the way you talk now about how lovely everything.
Other companies throughout the country, as a federal lawsuit, were sued. We settled the suit with no admission of guilt. Frankly, I look at that and I say, isn't that amazing? Because I settled that lawsuit with no admission of guilt and really got great credit for it. No discrimination against African Americans, against Muslims.
To be able to actually take out ISIS in Raqqa, end their claim of being a caliphate. We're making progress. Our military is.
And I would also do everything possible to take out their leadership. I was involved in a number of efforts to take out al-Qaeda leadership.
Drone attacks by American citizens, Mr. Trump.
Well, first I have to say one thing, very important. Secretary Clinton is talking about taking out ISIS. We will take, if they left some troops behind, like 10,000 or maybe something more than that, and then you wouldn't have had them. Or, as I've been saying for
checkers are turning up the volume and really working hard. Donald supported the invasion of Iraq.
Wrong.
That is absolutely
wrong.
To vacuum up intelligence from Europe, from the Middle East. That means we've got to work more closely with our allies. And that's something that
anywhere else. They need to have close working cooperation with law enforcement in these communities, not be alienated and pushed away.
And we have the greatest mess anyone's ever seen. You look at the Middle East, it's a total mess. Under your direction to a large extent. But you look at the Middle East, you started the Iran.
I have common sense. And I said, well, I'll tell you, I haven't given lots of thought to NATO. But two things. Number one, the 28 countries of NATO, many of them aren't.
Times, to be honest. But I said they do not focus on terror. And I was very strong, and I said it numerous times. You were the ones that took out the troops. Not only that, you named the day. They couldn't believe it. They sat back probably and said, I can't believe it. They said, no, wait a minute.
We've covered
when they formed,
The war in Iraq. 2002. That is a mainstream media nonsense put out by her because she, frankly, I think the best person in her campaign is.
After the war started, I think in 2004, but they did an article which had me totally against the war in Iraq. And one of your
Let's talk about two important issues that were briefly mentioned by Donald. First, NATO.
They had stocked them with centrifuges that were whirling away, and we had sanctioned them. I voted for every sanction against Iran when I was in the Senate.
We lose on everything. I say, who makes these? We lose on everything. Well, I said that it's very possible that if they don't pay, it is the single greatest threat that this country has.
Which leads my next question as we enter our last segment here on still on the subject of securing America on nuclear weapons.